Get my questions.
women and children, and really, that's just a thing for me. And I work in the area and volunteer and stuff, so I would put a lot of the resources towards helping the women. I mean, as an old saying, because they talk about if you work harder, Republican thing. We won't try not to get too much into politics, but there's some, on Facebook, someone put up a little meme that said, if that was true, every woman in Africa would be a millionaire. They all bringing them water from miles away, et cetera, et cetera. So, and I think a group is only as good as it treats its women, whether it be a family or a country. And some people say, well, what about children? It's like I found that people who treat women well treat children well. So it's sort of a
Well, I said this in our first salon, and I say it every chance I get, that my mom always told me that if you meet a lovely man that looked to their mother, and if you meet a jerk, I won't use the A word because I promised my healer that I would try not to use 4 other words today, that if you meet a jerk, look at their mother too. That it has a lot to do with that if you want to make good people, that look at good moms to do. So obviously you said you have a good mom. That's good. So Jay, do you want to tell us what you do with $1 billion?
Well, I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, well, according to my sources, it's impossible to instantly have $1 billion, but I think you'd know what to do with it.
No, absolutely not. It is out of my range.
I think he's a realist from what they were telling me, but I guess I'm an idealist. I thought for sure I could spend it.
Or can we?
I think I can. I looked right at Jei, who's a filmmaker. I'm one of the cinemaphiles, and I said that I would find probably, given the reliability of financial brokerage houses, that I wouldn't put it all in one, but that I would probably buy that chalet in France as a headquarters, my bed and breakfast, where any artist can come that wants to as a haven, and then I would immediately start getting directors and producers that I like and putting them into business. I don't know that $1 billion would go as far as we think it would. Maybe. Koopa, what would you? Oh, I'm sorry, Deborah.
Okay.
I missed you. You're looking so pretty that I like my eyes just. No. What would you do with $1 billion?
I don't know. I think that, the first thing, which would take such a little bit of it, would be I would balance all my accounts, so everything like I know. Like
Can I tell a secret? Is it okay?
I'm sorry.
About your school, the kids in school?
Sure.
Well, the first thing I was going to say is that you probably had some really big student loans.
I have two boys in college, so yeah, and I'm a single mom. But so that would feel really good. I mean, that would be like, okay, I've got a clean slate. And then I think then there's like that fun factor, of what you like to do. I probably
$1 million.
upscale everything, from where I lived, everything to make it, because I could do it.
And this is when Thomas said to me, "Yeah, that's $1 million."
I'm sure it's not. But I love going to the theater, and I love seeing plays, and probably in terms of ballets and all that, I've not gone too many of those. But what I've learned is that I want that to continue, and it feels like it's getting darker and darker. Like we're just seeing revivals. There isn't new material. Maybe there is, but it's feeling like it's very, very small. And though I love the new performances and the new people, I think that my circulation of money would be in the arts and with young people. And even in my own profession, I would love to be. There's so many programs that don't have enough funding. So I think that would be kind of fun to be a secret agent going in there and boosting it up so that our country would just be known for its arts. And I think it's there. We're sort of behind closed doors in so many cases. I was catching on the news the other night that what we watch on TV in terms of our news media, that people are able to create their own news media with their cell phone and transmit it. And this is like a concept of, you know, when you think that your Channel 4 News has to go out and go crew what it takes to even produce what we're doing. We're going to know art in a different way, and I'd like to be a part of that.
Yeah, with the, everything's changing.
Yeah.
I was on monster.com like a year ago helping a friend look for job ideas because he was at a turning point in his life as a retired actor. And a lot of the actual like local medias around the country, like the actual news stations and newspapers and things, but it was interesting. The credentials were like certain undergrad skills, and even that was questionable in some of these places. The biggest requirement was have iPhone and car.
Well, I guess for me, it's I want people back out and doing, interacting and performing.
Right.
And I live with two boys who are animating their worlds so that everything's done